I'm very happy to have another young Indian with us. Right now, we have with us Ayush Choudhary. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Ayush.
Right. Hi. Hi everyone. Hi people. Thank you, Professor Subodh Mathur, for giving me this opportunity to share about my life to you all. Right. To all active viewers. Once again, my name is Ayush Choudhary. Chaudhary, I think, because that's how in India the naming system works. Like that's my parents' name that came from my family name. And as far as Ayush goes, it's because my parents named me, so I didn't had a say. Right. Apart from that, I come from a city called Jamshedpur, that's in Jharkhand. And here I came back in 2019, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, in 2019, that's when I took admission for my undergrad degree in Delhi University. I have a typical the Bollywood story that you see of a small town boy going to a big city, right? And from there on, you see a number of opportunities coming up, and that's how it came. That's how my undergrad journey was. I learned a few things on the way, and that's how it goes. That would lead me to my degree in economics. I have an undergrad degree in economics from Shivaji College. That's a part of the university. And then apart from that, I have a diploma degree that's ongoing currently from IIT Madras. That's a diploma in data science. And I have a postgraduate diploma in financial management, as well as I have a diploma in French language from Department of Germanic and Romanian Studies. That's part of University of Delhi. So these are the few academically things that I was doing back from my undergrad to now my postgrad. As my postgrad goes, right now I'm currently pursuing masters in economics, MA economics, as they say, from Delhi School of Economics. And yeah, so far that's been my academic journey.
So, how did you get into Delhi School of Economics? I believe it's very tough.
Yeah, it was. I guess it's more of an combination of, and there is an entrance exam that you have to crack in. So I happened to get lucky, and my preparations were enough so that I could crack that exam in. And apart from that, we also have an program where it's basically specifically for the people who have graduated from University of Delhi. They have this track that is based on merit based admission. That's how it goes. Is there are certain rank and there are certain qualities and criteria that you have to follow as your grades overall in your undergrad, and the there shouldn't be back paper, or you should have mathematics, and your grade should be at a very higher spectrum, and so on. That's a merit base. So I happen to qualify from that as well, and that's how I got admission to Delhi School of Economics.
Okay. Uh, Tell us about your undergraduate life. What did you do?
Right. So, as I said, it was a small town to big town journey, right? I came here in Delhi. I got admission in a college, definitely so. But then again, how it goes is during my undergrad degrees, being a fresher in this big city, I was like, okay, this is something like that didn't wasn't back at my hometown, right? So I came here. Uh, First few like 6 or 7 months of the academic, I was definitely living out the dream, and I was exploring Delhi with my friends and all. So it was fun as long as it lasted. But then came the whole setup of, okay, what am I doing apart from my academics, or like even in academics? So it was like just regular college life as so that happened. And then apparently I was lucky enough to be introduced to few of my seniors who were doing well for themselves, and that's how I got into the rut of the understanding of, okay, you have to do apart from your academics, you should have co-curriculars and extracurriculars on the go. And so far I got the understanding, okay, you have to do internships. So I applied first few of them, got rejected in many of them, got selected at even few, a handful of them to be precise. And I did that over the time of the course being, right. And then it came that, okay, I had a thing for language. I always like languages. I find it very fascinating when people speak to me in a different language that's not very known to me. The accent you say, or whatever the pajaz that it comes follows, that fascinates me. And that's how I got introduced to French. It was basically during the pandemic that a college was offering courses in French, German, and other languages. So I took up French, and that's how I learned a bit of it. I guess I feel that I know a bit, and I'm still working on it. Right now, there are like I am planned to give advanced diploma and other papers that comes in that complements my degree. So that's there. And as far as my internships go, there's a long list going forward from like second year of my college or some even before that. But the recent thing that I really take pride in that before like just graduating, I got into a research assistantship role with a professor at IIM Calcutta. So that was something very new to me, and that was the first time that I was doing real life economics, right? So we had work in macrofinance projects and other things among the whole journey. So it was something very fascinating. Apart from that, I also had some experience working in data analytics because of my degree that is being pursued in data science. And I know a bit of here and there of data science and data work that I do time to time because to complement my degree. And so on. That's how it goes. And if I'm missing some of my internship, yeah, so far, so yeah, basically those are the things that I did. And there were few internships here and there in some companies, but mostly that revolved around data analytics and so forth.
Okay. So how's the change from college to DSE?
Right. The college. So it's a very cliche when you see people, you talk to people from DSE, they say that it's a very quantitative curriculum and it gets tough even by the day and tougher by the night. But then again, it's interesting. It's fascinating, if anything, right? Because here you come, you get so many things to know that there's a magnus number of things that happens in economics all around that you get to introduce here, right? So that has been there. It's hard to definitely keep a track of everything that you do and also balance your academia. But then again, it prepares you for life, I guess. That's what I feel taking forward, right? There are challenges every day. There is like there is a smoking gun behind you every day that you have to, if you want to learn something, you have to give in, right? You can't just rely on your professors that they will teach you everything and you could just get spoon fit here, right? You won't be doing that. You have to put in your effort. If you want to learn something, they are willing to teach, but then again, you have to put in your efforts. You have to be there at their level, at their tangent. So it's something very interesting so far. I guess few of my academic life is moving forward. So is the learnings. So it's been very balanced and composed so far. Like I guess I will take pride in saying that I have been able to strike a balance, knowing that what I really want to out of the thing that's going on.
Okay. And what's your future?
Right. About my future. So right now I have few targets and goals how I want to go about things is definitely pardon? Definitely I don't want to leave my academia so soon because I have just started learning economics, right? And there is a very pretty beauty about economics, that is that everything you see under the horizon has a logical understanding that economics solves or gives you a solution to, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
just deep enough. So right now I am post my degree, I am looking for pre-doc roles and research assistantship. I will do them a couple of years and then I will apply for my PhD and then get that. So that's the plan that's moving forward in the pipeline, I would rather say. And there are, like as I said, on the go on by side, I'm a very enthusiastic about languages and accents, right? So that would go in parallel. I have enrolled myself into a couple of different languages. Such far, I have started learning a bit of Spanish as well. So those things would go hand in hand. So that's how I see my future going back down the line, few years from here on.
So are you still a small town boy or you are now a big town boy?
Yeah, thank you for the question. That's quite an interesting one. I have to think about it in the sense that at the core, at the values, see, I still believe that the values that you learn over the years, all your teenage, doesn't leave you. But then again, coming here, seeing so many opportunity, and when you try to grab them, there are few things that you learn on the process or you catch on the process, right? So definitely few things have improved here and there. They're the complete different kind of lifestyle that you get in because of the access to so much of openness in the city and technology and whatnot, right? That it has like the Delhi has a Delhi effect in itself. So some effect is there. So I would say I'm on the way to become a big town boy, but that's not happening. The roots are still therein. I am still that Jamshedpur old kid. I go back to there, right, at my hometown. I have that old setup of my home or something like that. My old friends, I had those old places that we hang out. We still have those things. So balanced life. I'm very happy how life is going for me. I'm very grateful to God that things are going in a very content way.
Okay, so you like balance. That's what you like, balance.
Yeah, I feel there has to, you have to strike a balance, right, to some extent at everything that you do. And even what's anything, if I could talk about learning so economics so far, that's what we do, right? We want optimization from our resources, the constraint we have, the limited resource, we want the maximum output there. So it comes to the balance, some kind of balance there, right? You have to strike that, okay, your preference, your wants have to be in a pool that everything could be balanced out. So hence I feel that, yeah, you need a balance, and I'm trying to strike
Mm.
that. I'm achieving,
Mm.
not really to a level that an adult would do, but yeah, in my learning years I'm trying to do what all I can do. So yeah,
So,
I'm trying to strike a balance.
okay, you have any tips for younger people, especially from smaller towns?
Okay, one tip that I wanna definitely, so this is something I do if somebody interacts with me, right, and somebody asks me for, so I tell them this thing, that the opportunities and the resources that we have at a small towns is very limited because of the overall understanding that is the people have there, or also because the effect that goes in with the small towns in general is, uh, actually this is my experience or my understanding what I see, so it's more of a personal detection that I have. I don't know if it's a real theory or something, but it happens that because there is a small bubble or a circle that you are in, you are not very much, what can I say, infected to information. I would use the word that, infected to information, right? So you have a very small bubble and you are inside that, so you know few things, what your peers are doing, what your peers are doing, or what's your relative or someone is doing, and you are like content with that, you know, okay, these are the only ways out there. But coming here, I feel the plethora of opportunity or the whole rainbow aside is way too much. The spectrum is way too far, right? So if you are lucky enough as me to reach out to some other place, then definitely it says that, right? But then not everybody is. So what you can do is right now, and I feel I that YouTube or other media that over the internet is there, it opens up the world for everyone. So learn new things. Do whatever you wish. Like you feel like that you are good at something, give it a try. Right? You find that okay, you could do something out of anything. Give it a shot. Be it anything, creative or not. Like at times I see this, that we have very good people, very talented people who have very good critical understanding, but don't know where to go. Try whatever not you want to. You want to do some extracurricular thing. You are good at dance. You feel like you're good at music, or even right now the stand-up comedy scene is quite bursting in India as and other places as well. Like, and I feel that. So this is my understanding. I feel in a small group there is always someone, you make a joke and somebody makes a counter joke out of it. So everybody is funny in that circle. If you feel you are funny too, try out your jokes. There's no harm in doing that. So
Mm.
try what you believe in. There's opportunity is very vast. International opened the world for everyone. Access it. Try. You will fail. Definitely you're bound to fail. You will get rejected. The rejection would be far more than the selections. But when you get selected, it's worth it. The effort is there. You get the results. So it's a good, the whole process of life is very good. It's fun. You should try it out once.
Okay. um, that's a message. But let me just ask you at the beginning, how did you choose economics? Was there any resistance? What happened?
Okay, I'll tell you the full story, right? That now we are open. So how it happened as, okay, before I say that, recently I was reading this paper for some kind of research that I was doing, and it was a very interesting read just by some Kindleberg, Kindleberg or someone, Professor Kindleberg, and he writes Life of an Economist, right? So where he talks about how Robert Solow or William Thomas, they came to economics, or how the journey of economics for them has been. They started out at some other field, and by 20 or something, they came to economics. He says this is kind of a virtual law that people who come to economics come from a different field. Why he says so? He gives us a rationale that at the age of 20 or something, you have an understanding of how the world works. So the things you're fascinated in, you find the relevance in economics that okay, this thing can explain that, and hence you go forward. I was reading for my academia Josh Angrist, his book, mostly Harkness Econometrics. So even there in his preface, he writes that how he was an English economics major, not English major, yeah, into poetry and all. And soon after he came to economics, and now he has got a Nobel for it. So it's a long story there. So how I came, my story goes like, so in our Indian curriculum, we have this chapter called the story of Palampur in class CBSE class 8 or 7 they teach. So the story goes like that there is a city, there is a village where there are the rich people and the poor people. So the caste bias is there, the poverty line is there, and so on and so forth. So it happened to, I believe myself to be a entertainer rather than to be that class clown, but it was something like that back in the day when I was a kid. I was a typical backbencher who wanted just, that okay, you get a few laugh from your peers and you find, okay, you have wasted some time of teacher, you have asked a few questions, and so on. That's how the life was for me. So it was a fun thing every student back here does, I guess. I won't like to be an exception there. But then again, so I asked her questions about why this is like this or like that. And that teacher of mine was kind enough. She gave me a lot of time and tried to answer best of her abilities. So that was class 8 and 9 where I felt that, okay, this is something interesting. I should read more. Right. And post, like after that, it happened that I went on to pursue mathematics, science, and so on. But at and very later age, around my 12th intermediate, when I was also applying for all other colleges of engineering college and this and that, where I came across to this full circle. I read an article by Professor Raghuram Rajan, right, about when he talks about the dosa economics. He tried to solve the macroeconomics problem of inflation. He lays down that in a very layman term, and that's when it clicked me. Okay, this is something I was interested as a child. I always found that fascinating. I got a chance to pursue it in my undergrad. I went on to it, and life has been moving forward from that. It's been fun so far, knowing new things, knowing the whys to things happening. That's
But
the
it
thing I
was
do take.
it was easy for you to make this decision. Nobody said, "Why are you doing this?" or something like that.
Oh no, no, no! It wasn't an easy decision, honestly. So this is how I feel that it's most with Indian dads. They are like why and BA, why you are leaping onto a career where you could make a decent living being engineering or an engineer or doctor. Why something else, right? So I definitely didn't have answer to that there back then. But apart from that, my dad did have these questions. But I have a elder sister, and as it going in the household, elder sister is always protective. They are like elder people in our families. I feel are more like they feel like okay, the younger ones should do whatever they feel like. So I was lucky enough to be a younger sibling, and my sister persuaded my dad, okay, let him do something out of it. What happens? 3 years or 4 years. If he doesn't make it there, he'll do something else, and life will come forth for him. So I can't be more grateful to her to giving me that space or the opportunity to do. And now things when it worked out, my parents also understood. Okay, that there are fields that we are not very much known to, but no harms in letting him pursue. And so far, I am here. So that's my story.
Okay. So you finished your MA, is it now?
No, I would be finishing my MA around May. This is my fourth semester. I'm in the second year, and it's my
Okay.
last semester. So I'm hopeful that I finish it on time. But let's see how it goes.
Well, I'm sure you will finish. All right. Anything else
Thank
you
you
want
so
to
much.
add here? Anything else you want to add here?
Not really. Oh, definitely, I would add this thing that definitely more people come to economics so that there is more crowd in economics and then more competition. Because now that I am passing and I am moving forward, let others have the competition. But jokes apart, on a very serious note, this is a good field. You will get answers to why that you see. So definitely, it has like alumnus of all social phenomena that happens here and there. So it's a good thing. You could try this out. There are other fields like economics apart from what the traditional ones are. So people should try it out once.
Okay, all right. So shall we end it here today?
Yeah. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
So thank you for being here, Ayush, and I'm glad that you made it from a small town to a big town, but you still have roots there. Let's end it here.
Yeah.
Let's
Thank
see,
you for this.
maybe
Thank you so
we
much.
catch up with you in 1 year to see where you are. In the meantime, I'll be back with another young person or an expert. Bye, everybody.